everyone, and thanks for tuning in to this Rollga Part 2 lower body video. In this video, we're going to be on the floor the whole time, so grab a mat, your foam roller or Rollga, and come have some fun with me. Okay, the first one that we're going to start off with is actually going to be our quads. So we are going to take our foam roller or Rollga, and it's going to be in front of us here. We're going to have it where our knees are. So we're going to bring that foam roller, bring that Rollga to about where our knees are. Then we're going to go on our hands. We're going to drop our hips down, but don't drop your hips so much. We're not going to do any of this arching. We're going to lift our hips up just a little bit, and we're going to roll just right above our knees to right below our hips. We're going to go back and forth. Again, keep that low back up. We don't want any of this cobra position. Lift those hips up. And remember, we're going to do this for about 30 seconds to a minute. All right, just one more here. All right, and drop those knees down. Now we're going to have the Rollga be right underneath us. So if you have a Rollga, we're going to put our tailbone right in the center nodule. If you don't, if you just have a regular foam roller, just go right into the center of that foam roller. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both legs out here, and we're just going to do just a little bit of light glute work here. Now you can bring your knees a little closer together if you want. That kind of adds a little bit more pressure. Our hands are down behind us here. We're just going to dig in here a little bit. Just rolling back and forth. Next, what we're going to do is we're still going to be in the same position, but we're going to kind of tilt a little bit. So we're going to tilt our hips, tilt our upper body just a little bit to the side here. The feet can still be planted if this is comfortable for you. And then we're just going to roll front and back. So we're going to get kind of the side angle of that glute. We'll go to the other side here, of course, after this one. You can feel they might be a little tight or a little tender. Just take it easy. Roll back and forth if you can, or just stay stationary. We're kind of getting those hip abductors. Might be a little tight today. Keep breathing. And gently we'll switch sides. Again, just tilting a little bit to that side and rolling back and forth. to center. So this next one, we are going to have our feet planted, but then we're going to bring one leg up and over. So my ankle is over the opposite knee here, figure 4. And we're going to roll just like we did in the beginning for our glutes. We're going to roll back and forth. You might notice that opens the hip up a little bit more, gets into that side. So my right leg is up and I can feel it really opening up my right hip, really digging in there. Now let's switch sides. Really opening up that hip, bringing that knee that is coming over the top, really opening that up. All right, let's bring both feet down here. We are going to just scoot the Rollga down to our hamstrings. So place your hands on the floor, feet are up, and all we're going to do is you're going to roll them back and forth. Now, if you need to adjust the Rollga a little bit farther down, if you want to get the full quad, then go right ahead. Then you'll set that Rollga or foam roller just above those knees and roll back and forth. Now, if you're feeling like one of your quads has a little bit of a muscle adhesion or it's a little bit more sensitive and you just want to get those muscle knots out, they're a little sore, then what you can do is if you have a foam roller or a Rollga, you're going to take the center of that Rollga or foam roller. For my Rollga, I'm going to go to this little bump here, this nodule. And I'm going to place my hamstrings right on top. My other leg is going to be bent. And that way I can apply a little bit more pressure to isolate that hamstring. Or with a regular foam roller too, you can do this as well. Just be sure that you're in the middle of the foam roller. Lightly press down pressure as you roll back and forth. We're still breathing. All right, let's switch sides. Again, in the middle of the foam roller or the Rollga. And we'll go up and down. Applying pressure when needed. Just pressing that leg down. move on to our calves. And so we're going to have the middle of the foam roller or middle of the Rollga in between those calves. Now, if your wrists are starting to bother you, you can balance on your fists. You can make fists with your hands, or again, just have them planted down and take breaks during this exercise, and that's okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to lift our hips up, and we're just going to roll back and forth. If that's not comfortable for you too, you can drop one leg and just use the other one for rolling. So one last exercise for today, we're going to get our shins. So, we're going to turn back around here. We are going to place our foam roller or Rollga right down here in the middle. And so the middle of the foam roller or Rollga is in between these two shins. We're going to be up on our hands here, and we're just going to roll up and down. Remember not to arch that back. We're going to keep that low back up as fast as we can. If that's bothering you, then go down to your forearms, and that should help. It's kind of like a plank and a myofascial release at the same time. If you needed to stop and adjust so you can get different areas of that shin, go right ahead. And we'll go 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.